Destiny 2 comes out tonight. We're going to be talking about our impressions of the PC beta, as well as how the Final Fantasy 15 Assassins Festival went. All of that and more right now on Inventory Full.
Welcome to Popcorn Talk, featuring movie discussion, news, and interviews. Popcorn Talk. We talk movies.
Beautiful. Welcome everybody in to Inventory Full for this Labor Day episode. Patrick took the day off. I don't blame him. So thank you for I don't blame him. Thanks for tuning in. I'm one of your hosts, Mark Donica. Find me on Twitter at Mark Donica. We got the rest of the squad here. Stacey Shuttleworth.
Hi guys, I'm Stacey Shuttleworth. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Stacey Shuttles.
Nate Miller. What's up, nerds? Nate Miller here. You can find me on all social media at DogLikeNate.
So, Destiny took so much of my life, and I didn't think I'd be as willing to jump back into that dark part of my life, but here we are. It's currently downloaded on my PlayStation 4. Don't give me crap for that, because I had to stop you.
Actively not trying. Not giving
and I'm super excited. So we're going to talk about Destiny, and we'll end with the Destiny 2 beta and our impressions of the Destiny 2 beta. Cool. So let's start off with what we've been playing. Stacey, let's start with you.
I played my first game of PUBG.
Chicken dinner.
Yes, I did.
I do have to tell you, I'm a little sad that I found out about this after the fact. I feel like I put in the work. I deserve to be there to experience.
Another friend of ours put in a lot of work too.
He was like, "No, you're playing it right now." Right. And then I got it on Steam.
God bless him.
Yep. He's like, "Yeah, we're signing on. You're signing on with us. Here we go." Okay.
How was it?
You know what? It was less stressful than I thought it would be. I was a little less terrified than I expected to be, which was nice. I mean, I had a very competent team around me telling me what to do, and I just did what they told me to do.
Yeah.
And I will continue doing that for every foreseeable game in the future. They were nice to me on the first game. They kind of kept us in the outskirts, places that people, I guess, didn't generally drop, so that I could get used to how things worked. So we didn't get it. I don't think I shot my gun at anybody at all in the first game.
Sure.
Except for when I tried to when I was dying, and that didn't work very well.
Just spray and pray.
I saw panic fire.
Yes, it was. It absolutely was.
Just alert people that we're here. And so
we were already being shot at.
Was that a shot? Several shots.
Yeah, that was a little. I liked the collecting of all of the resources. I was like, I'm gonna search everything and find all the stuff. They're like, are you done looking in that building? No, I'm checking all the corners. Sorry.
There might be a helmet in here.
There might be. Okay, or some band-aids.
Now it kind of goes without saying, Nate. Did you play some PUBG?
No.
No? That's a shame.
Yeah, I lied. That's a lie.
You brought clips.
I did play PUBG. I played lots
PUBG
of PUBG. Got a few chicken dinners. Got some good games in.
Very
got some
nice.
really
Nice.
memorable clips that I brought for you.
Which would you like to start with? We got a couple of them by name.
Excellent.
We should just go in order of whatever was.
So we got
was on there.
Scott clearing a squad solo.
Oh, yeah.
What was
Okay.
that called?
So that's me and my buddy Scott. It should be called, I think, Paper Tigers versus the
Paper
World.
Tigers.
Yes, it's my buddy Scott, my roommate. His in-game name is Paper Tigers, and so this clip starts with me. Where you can start it. We just looted this city. We knew that there were some people somewhere nearby. We didn't know exactly where. Hadn't heard them yet. So we were just kind of moving around fairly freely.
That's a
just
big
kind
jump.
of getting some loot. Oh yeah, gotta keep it spicy.
Mm-hmm.
And so I start getting shot at, have no idea from where, try to take cover, and it does not work at all. They just tear me apart.
Yeah.
So we go and I go spectate Scott. Their first thought is, oh, let's go pick up Nate, because they didn't realize that I had been executed. But they spot the guys on the building. So you'll see both of them. They rush down into the building. Harvey gets killed on the right just as he comes down, I think. So you're going to see Scott here. He's going to go around on the left, and he's going to spot an enemy in the back and just opens up on him. And I think there's 4 of them here. So what happens is he spots this guy in the back.
Or does he?
Yeah,
It just takes a second.
Yeah, right there. I think when he comes around, he peeks him from over the wall.
Thrilling television.
Gotta build up
Shout
the
out- You
suspense.
That's right.
And
You
shout
gotta
out
build
to
up
our-
the suspense.
Shout out to our audio listeners.
Yeah,
You should be watching us live on
we
Popcorn
could
Talk.
put the sound up.
Is he just freaking out?
Yeah, I mean,
Let's put it up a little
yeah,
bit.
because this is where So he sees the guy right there on the right.
No, he doesn't try to. Okay.
We get the grenade toss.
Oh, he cooked it too.
He overshot it, but they know where he is now. So they're coming to rush him. He takes one down.
Nice. Down.
Very nice shooting. Goes for the finish
Good
because
shooting,
we don't
Tex.
let anybody get back up
No.
when they've killed your friends.
Oh,
Pops around the
nice,
corner,
nice
pulls out the
shotgun.
shotgun and dumps the clip
You're out
on
of
him.
ammo. You're out of... You reloaded.
He's reloading. Gotta tell him to reload.
Oh, God,
Chasing this guy around.
Oh,
One down.
The hype.
Or two down.
the hype
Three
is real.
down.
There's another one.
There's one more.
Oh boy.
About to take out the whole squad.
Okay, Khaled, can you calm
Oh
down?
my God.
Another one.
Another one.
Iconic.
My DJ Khaled memes coming out.
Legendary.
Nice heal.
Yes.
We
Oh,
He's
God.
getting ready.
Oh God. So just bang. Okay.
Another
Yeah.
tune upon your head top.
And he rushes him like right
I think
now.
he ran away.
No.
Right when I told him I think he ran away.
I mean, he probably should have.
Good thing didn't keep
Heart's
the guard down.
heart's pumping right now, right?
Probably- probably
He's
sitting
so
in
close
this-
from a full
Alright, I'm
squad
gonna
clear.
clip that for you, my dog.
Thanks.
We're gonna put that on the subreddit. Here it comes.
Oh God.
Footsteps.
So much damage.
Oh my God.
Oh, why did you go first? Why did you go first? Choked it. All right, get that off of here. Come on. That was rough.
And that's why you don't double tap and go into first
No.
person with the shotgun when someone's rushing you around the corner.
Man.
It's moments like that that make this game so fun. Like just the pressure of that moment, hearts pumping. You know someone is there, that they're trying to kill you, and they're also really mad because you killed all their friends too.
It's
That's the motivation.
Yeah, it's the hurry up and wait of it all. That's thrilling, but can also be a little bit taxing.
Yes.
Because like from my first game playing with y'all, it was like just tension because I know how the game. You know how the games end,
Right.
and you know how every end can come from out of nowhere, or you
Yeah.
can make it to the final circle,
Right.
and just totally whiff, not know where anybody is. You find out they're behind a rock, and they just got a good grenade in.
Yeah, I mean that's why, especially as you come into the game, you know, thinking of it as a game traditionally, where you're like, what's the win objective, you know, and like you expect to go in and win, and like in League, you play the game 50% of the time, you either win or you lose. You're on the winning team or the losing team. In this game, 80 to 90% of the time, you're not going to win. You're not even going to get close to top 10. So the fun of the game is what you make of it, is what happens during the game. You know, how you choose to loot, whether you drop in an area that's populated and get in gunfight and die really quickly, or you choose to play it safe and ride the edge and then ride the edge of the circle for another 25 minutes and then be super safe and get in the end and then just get shot in the back of the head without any chance to fire at anyone.
Yeah.
Because that's just how the game goes.
One of the rounds where we lasted a pretty long time, it was the circle that ended up killing me. It wasn't anybody in particular.
Which is the worst.
Yeah.
The worst when you just get
hard.
completely screwed.
You're running the opposite
by the circle
direction. I
position.
can't tell where I'm going.
Oh no.
It was, will you play again, Stacey?
I will play again. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I'll play again. I can't yet guarantee that I'm going to be a very good asset to anybody's team. I can hoard the bandages and then pass them out when needed. I was good at that.
You'll be the medic.
Everybody's
Yeah,
got to learn
sure.
sometime.
Yeah. I'll get a new video card, and then we'll squad up and we'll go play.
Yes,
Excellent.
definitely.
Or I'll
Very
just get
fun.
it on the Xbox. Because console is an okay alternative, Nate.
I plead the fifth.
Damn. All right. Now, Stacey, you also played through much heavy discussion last week. The Assassin's Creed event in Final Fantasy 15. What was that like?
I did do that. It was like Assassin's Creed Light.
Yeah.
It was like kind of Assassin's Creed, except not quite, but it was fun. So it sets up, there's a very small main storyline. It's the basic premise of it is you get an Assassin's Creed festival because everybody in the town is a huge fan of Assassin's Creed. And
good.
they actually reference the video game. As they're pulling into the town, they're talking about how big fans of the series they are and how it's like their favorite video game and they're trying to force everyone to play it. And so they roll into town, and there's also a legend, I guess, of a real assassin existing. So they have all these silly festivities, and they're all dressed up. Like, everyone in the town is dressed up in costume. And you get this little mini story. Either of you have gotten very far in the
Nope.
main? Okay. So there is an Empire commander named Loki, who makes an appearance early on in the game, and then, backs off. They bring him back for this.
Interesting.
So him and his mech, and so you get to follow some of the basic assassin's kind of moves. You shadow him through the town. You have to perform all of the air assassinations. There are haystacks, except mostly you're hiding in trash cans. To which Prompto then makes fun of you once you come out of them and yells about how much you stink.
As he would.
You know.
That's
it's
our
great.
boy.
It's essentially a Prompto and Noctis adventure through the city. Although one of the highlights is if you go around the city, you can find Gladio in various places, just picking up on different women throughout the city. It's a highlight. It's wonderful.
Worth it.
And they're so like outraged by his behavior.
Yeah.
It's
rightfully
something else.
so.
Yeah.
Fun Gladiolus, you big old creep.
Yep.
And are you getting into season 6 of competition for Overwatch?
I have done all my placement matches.
Wow.
Yeah, we knocked him out over the weekend.
Well, I mean, it's a good time to do it.
It was. And you know what? I've always been scared to play with a big group because we figure it's harder that way because we're put up against other 6-stacks. But I played with a 6-stack through all the comp games, and we ended up playing really well and had a good set of games.
Okay.
So it was...
I'm still not level 25 on PC, so I am not a part of the competition scene. I missed Lucio Ball. Just trying to join Deathmatch. You would think being this brand new mode that everybody's been waiting for, it took forever to find a game.
For Deathmatch.
For Deathmatch and Team Deathmatch. Forever.
People may not know that it's out because I had no idea it was online.
It kind of dropped very
on
quietly.
But it's still on the Blizzard app. If you have the Blizzard app open, the first thing on Overwatch is Deathmatch. Mm-hmm. Or if you're a regular follower of the game, or even just a regular Blizzard player, if you turn it on to play Hearthstone or whatever, you can still Overwatch. Oh, okay, cool.
Deathmatch.
So it didn't seem like it was, and it made such big news when it dropped on the PTR. I thought it would be a lot bigger, but I ended up just playing Mayhem, and that was fun.
Yeah, well, Mayhem's always fun.
Yep.
And another thing with the Deathmatch, I mean, I know this is at least true for my circle that I play with. We've been doing custom deathmatch games. There is nothing like Mystery Heroes Deathmatch.
That sounds crazy.
It was excellent. So yeah, because you can have a 12-person custom game for deathmatch in the customs. So we've been setting those up, and Mystery Heroes is it's
rough.
an experience.
Maybe they just put that on the arcade sooner rather than later.
That would be wonderful.
Get a loot box for that.
It is a lot of fun.
Before we circle back around to Destiny, my Saturday was spent being gross and playing video games all day. It was pretty awesome. Got to go back play Rocket League. I put up so I streamed from the Inventory Full channel. So make sure you go to the Inventory Full. You'll be able to watch me play Horizon until for some reason it froze. So then I cut it because you have to cut it. That was really dumb. But I got a really fun goal in Rocket League where I killed Nate.
He's
Nate.
down.
No,
He's gone.
I also killed Cade. No.
Oh boy. It's just a mess.
Yeah.
But
I
disaster.
hope you feel guilty.
I don't. Not at all. I am a fan of those jokes, and you know that.
I do know that.
On the stream, I was like, "Oh, everybody's grouping up. This isn't fun anymore." And then I went, "Wait, my moment." Went in, like, just shot in amongst a group of the 5 other players and just hit a straight shot in and went, "Okay, this is fun again. I know why I like Rocket League. Damn it." Played some of that. Played some Horizon. I don't know how far I got in Horizon. I'm like level 20, level 21. I did another Cauldron, and I'm just trying to. I have almost all of the map now, and
Good.
yeah, it's crazy. It's weird, and It's not that I just want to be done with it, but it feels like such a burden at this point. I found out another big thing about the story, or Aloy made another big discovery about what happened in the past. So that's intriguing, and I would definitely want to keep playing that. But we're here to talk about Destiny 2. And I, unfortunately, only had the time to play the first mission on PC, but I still got a chance to play it. And oh boy, was it smooth. Nate, you got to play a lot more of this on PC, and you hate me for getting it on PlayStation 4. So, tell us, Demon, what your thoughts? I don't know, that felt like
A
like
judgment's
A
going
little
on.
bit. There's a little bit of like arousal.
Oh, okay. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Closer this way, Stacey. But
It's okay. It's not contagious.
tell us about how did you feel it played?
It felt amazing.
Yeah.
It felt like just from the first mission, like it took me a while in the mission to get the controls how I wanted them. I had to change some of the key binding. There's a lot
Same.
of buttons in Destiny. So especially also having played Destiny 1 for so long and just having everything hardwired into my hands using a controller, getting that reacclimated took a while, but once I got everything set up how I wanted to, got my video settings how I wanted to, it looked amazing, it played amazing, it felt great, it just felt right. It just felt like this is how it always needed to be. You know, after I did the mission, which, you know, I did the console beta too, so I had already done the mission. It was, you know, it was
And we've
cool,
all
but
seen the mission. It's been on all of this stuff.
Amazing
Right.
though.
Yeah.
Like I cannot tell you how much better it looks. Just the rain and the lighting and everything exploding around you and like all the abilities, because everyone's ability is, you know, neon lights, and it just looks incredible. But when I got
especially when you finally go through that door that never opened in Destiny 1 and
Yeah.
like, why would you hide this from people?
yeah, all this nice stuff back here.
Yeah.
That's like entire city.
Never mind
Anyways,
about that.
Yeah, and then I got into to do some PvP, and it just felt great. It just felt so right. It was just, you know, it reminds me of the glory Halo days. It reminds me of, you know, everything that I wanted from Destiny 1 in terms of like multiplayer and things of that regard. Like, it just felt really right.
And you brought some stuff from this too. The one that I want to watch for sure, if you go bring up D2 Wipe. And you can leave the sound down on that one, because there's some expletives. But it is so,
amateur.
and this
Right.
one of the fundamental things is they kept some of, and you can play it at your leisure. They kept some of the classes for each of the what was that the end?
No, that's
the beginning
It
of it.
starts at the beginning of the round before.
Okay, there we go.
At the end of the round before.
So they changed a lot of the stuff with the different classes, and they kept what was this one called?
The Titan Smash?
Yeah.
The Striker?
Striker.
Yeah.
So they changed it to
Fist
be
of Havoc?
Fist of Havoc. They changed it to be roaming. You don't just get one big blast. You get a timer to get as many blasts as you can, and you just cleared out 2 of the 3 team members. You're looking for the third one, and oh, look at that, and they're dead. What? Oh, the clip ended. What? Oh, I hate the okay. But you completely wiped the team.
I did kill him.
You completely wiped the team.
I got all the medals for the team wipe.
Saying no, that's okay. That's okay. Yeah. But yeah, that's absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, that must have felt pretty good.
Okay. Well, there's a couple different things at play here. Like, I'm not the best Destiny 2 player. You know, I don't play nearly as much as I should if I really wanted to play that way. But you know, there's people playing the beta who don't play PvP as often because there's only one mission, right? Also, a lot of people are still figuring out how the new supers work, how the new abilities work.
And people might be going into PvP immediately. People might even just be, oh, we played the first story mode, whatever.
Right, yeah, and just skipping the strike because the strike is whatever. Especially if you played console already, because the PvE content is the same. So the really only thing to do is just do more PvP. But the ability timers, things of that nature that I was aware of. So I did have some advantages on some of these other people.
Yeah.
That being said, I like that fight. I was very proud of that. I really like this new competitive mode for that same reason, because it makes the supers these tactical things that you use for a reason. You know, we took the round before that, and I built my super gauge. We had 2 other supers. They only had 1 on their team, and it was not one that could stop me. So I knew that I could at least get 2, especially when I spotted them going into the rugs building. When there were 3 in that small enclosed building, there was no way that they were going to get away from me. But I love that they have changed this to allow, you know, roaming supers to all of the rest of the supers, because that was one of the worst parts about being a striker, is like, yes, if people were dumb and 3 people were standing together, or like just happened to be grouped, you could get a good strike and kill like 3 people. But more often than not, Fist of Havoc was really just used to shut down other supers.
Yeah.
So you charge at me with your super, I just pop my fist and it kills you, and it gives me a certain amount of invulnerability frames to keep me safe. So now you can use it offensively as well with the timing, and it makes you run so fast that you can get, you know, there's another clip too I have where I literally went from one side of the map to the other side of the map with my super, and I got picked up 3 kills.
that's one of the things that I think the balancing of this, and even with the balancing that Overwatch keeps getting all the time, is they're taking the ideas of these characters to be defensive, and they want people to be more active, and they want to change how the game is actually played. So I totally agree with this. Anytime I would have that super ready, I would just hold it, and I would go through moments where I just wouldn't even use it.
Well, even
at all.
tactically, if you were playing at any type of competitive level, you had to, because if you're on a team where there's only a limited amount of supers spread across how many different subclasses you have used, most people would take defender over striker. Or I mean, in reality, they really take the Sun Striker with the hammers.
I do miss the bubble though. I do like the
you can
the
still
wall.
you can still cast
you
the
still
bubble.
pop it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you hold down the button instead of pulling the shield out that you can dash and throw, it does Ward of Dawn.
Okay.
Yeah. They still kept it in there because there's too much utility in it for raids, and I'd be very surprised if you wouldn't still need to use it for the new raids that are coming.
Mm-hmm. Which rumor has it the first raid's going to come pretty soon after launch.
I hope not. I hope they drag it back at least like a month, or at least like 2
Well,
or 3 weeks or something.
I think it's going to be even faster for PC because aside from PS4's advantageous drop schedule, everything on Xbox and PC is going to be dropping at the same time. So that at least with this first window of console getting it like a month and a half before, after that, it's going to be the same drop schedule for everything, which I think is really smart. Now, Stacey, you played some of Destiny.
I've played some of Destiny.
What did anything hook you or not hook you about it?
So I really only played part of the main storyline. I was not a PvP person at that point. I was playing on console. I didn't really want to go in on the raids. I didn't know anyone to go in on raids with. I liked the world. I didn't play very far. I actually watched my husband play more of it than when I kind of was like, I'm not too sure. I liked the gameplay mechanics though. I don't know. I like the environment. I spend all my time looking through corners, which is very frustrating to some people. But
No, that's fine.
I did like the world that we were given to kind of move around in.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is while people did crap on Destiny 1 for its lack of story, quote unquote, I think the world that it built was something that had endless corridors of mystery and intrigue, and you wanted to learn more about it, and the fact that they didn't give you more was more frustrating to people than not. They didn't want to go to the Grimoire cards.
Yeah, and it was nice though that as they went on, they were able to build on that further and further. Like as you look at the expansions, the newer from D1, the newer locations that they had are even more fleshed out, even more detailed, have more secret corners, secret passageways, dead ghosts, things to find. And Bungie has always been very collectible minded. Like they want you to search every corner. Like if there's a place you can get to, you probably are supposed to go there.
It's worth getting there.
Yeah.
They're very much design their levels with that in mind.
And with this, they started their first announcement was, this is going to be a story game, or at least we are focusing a little bit more on story. Now, we got a couple of inklings of the darkness and the Fallen and everything from Destiny 1, but with this, it's boom, ultimate bad guy character Gaul. And from what we got with Oryx and everything that we got from Rise of Iron and I was not Dark Below, Taken King, and those sorts of that sort of story and that sort of character and those sorts of cinematics, this comes just firing all cylinders of, oh, you didn't like that? Guess what? Boom, drop in, destroy everything, scorch the earth, let's start over. And it seems like with Akora Ray and Zavala and Kate 6 and even more Holiday, everybody is going to have a little bit more of a vision quest sort of a thing of getting to know these Guardians, why you fight for these Guardians, and why you are a Guardian yourself, which seems pretty cool. And our engineer, Steve, pointed out the fact, they're adding an in-game map, which you'd think is an easy thing.
You mean I don't have to play the game with my iPad next to me, pulling up the map so I can figure out what part of the zone I'm supposed to go to finish this quest that I have to wait 3 hours for it to spawn at some random time, but I can't leave because it'll desync me and send me back into space, and then I'll have to start all over again?
Yeah.
Oh.
Basically.
Yeah, I'm really
Yeah.
excited for that. No, but actually though, it looks awesome.
Yeah.
And with like how they've been describing the new zones with like the lost sectors and stuff like that, and just the missions. And did you see the teaser video they put out for the European Dead Zone with Jorah Mormont voicing the guy who's going to be giving you quests? Oh man,
I heard about that. I didn't see it.
It's great. It looks beautiful. Like just thinking about like the Destiny design aesthetic and how they've done things, like there's no woodland green stuff at all. So to not only see more of Earth finally, but to see like, hey, there's still trees and stuff in like a Destiny game. It's like, wow, it's just
trees in a Destiny
It's just
game?
a great contrast because I mean everything else is like lasers and light beams and like there's not a lot
Awesome
of
space stuff.
Yeah, so it's just like you said about them, the whole like burning everything down and starting over again. It's nice that we're getting like, so we're on Earth, we're protecting Earth, actual Earth, not the tower sitting above looking down, completely not associated with it. We are on Earth.
That's one of the things is even as a part of Russia in the first game, they told you it was Russia. Cosmodrome, that sounds spacey. There's a couple of burned out cars here and there, but it doesn't feel like Earth, especially with how the Fallen have taken over.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, a shipping crate. Earth!
Right.
Another one of my favorite things that's coming up, and Steve brings it up as well, is that you'll be able to warp directly to public events. And one of the things that I didn't like about the first game was where you would, like, looking at your clock, what public event is cycling right now, try to land and try to make it all the way over to that drop point, and then, it's despawned already.
Yeah, just to kill the boss right when you get there.
Yeah.
Or you get one shot and then you only get 1 star for participation.
Exactly. There's so much here, and we actually have a couple of folks in chat that are sharing some of the stuff about the beta that they want to see changed, and some stuff that they're excited for. Sam the Man mentions that it's messed up what they did with the Crucible with special ammo, and I heard that
I disagree.
Go ahead.
And by special ammo, I'm assuming he's speaking of heavy ammo because.
And how to spawn it.
Yeah.
How it spawns.
I think I like the power weapon system, especially with how strong the guns are. The sniper's 1-shot kill with headshot. The shotgun is very strong. The grenade launcher takes a little bit of getting used to, but I got a couple really good double kills with it when you're watching certain corners. I think it spawns pretty frequently as compared to how it did in the past. And just like you saw in my clip with where I pulled out my secondary with SMG, with the new double primary setup, there's so many options in different setups that you can run. You never have to worry about getting secondary ammo, or it's just the heavy, just the special. It's just, other than that, it's your kit is what you run with, except for when you change it.
It's one of those things. It's one of those things where we're not used to it because it's new yet.
Right.
It's going to be one of those things where if they change that maybe 6 months down the line, people go, "Whoa, come on,
Right.
what?" So this is just a beta. Even though the game comes out tonight, from the beta,
well, we also have to remember too that they've said that this beta build is like months old.
It's super old.
Yeah,
Right.
And
So it's just an idea of what we're going to be playing.
right. A lot of this stuff is going to have changed.
Sure. And I figure it's also they might also hold changes to be all right. They're not going to like this, so they're going to really like when it's changed for the 1.0. And then people go, "Oh, I'm so happy they changed that for this. I'm so happy for this."
Yeah, I predict that happening with the big team battles. With them restricting PvP to only 4v4s, I'm predicting at one point they're going to be like, "We heard you guys want to do this, so we're going to give you this." And like, you mean you're going to give it back to us?
Yeah.
Yes, but you're not gonna really realize that right away.
Right, yeah.
Hopefully,
the hype
that's
train
the intent.
is,
Yeah.
blinds
Exactly.
us.
So one of the things in terms of the individual classes, we now have 2 of the 3 announced classes for each of the Guardians, for Hunter, for why am I braining, for Titan and for Warlock, and they're sort of alluding that the last announced one is going to be something kind of fun. Do you want to see stuff return? Do you want to see stuff return from Taken King: Rise of Iron, or do you want to see anything? Do you want to see some new stuff? Do you want to see some fresh stuff?
You mean in terms of the third subclasses?
In terms of the third subclass, yes. Like, do you want to see Nightwalker return, or do you want to see have them get another Void? Do you want to see Hunters get another Void thing?
I mean, I play Titan. I could care less.
Did you? You never re-rolled as another character? Because I started as a Hunter.
I did. I have a Hunter and a Warlock that I play to get gear and stuff to give to my Titan. I just don't. I'm not the one to ask. I don't have enough experience with those subclasses. I played Gunslinger and I played the Sunslinger, and that's about it. I didn't really. I touched the
Archstrider?
No. The Darth Sidious.
What was that one called?
Warlock one.
I read the
Archstrider is the new one.
Yes, you're right. That is the new one.
Stormcaller is what it's called.
Stormcaller.
Yeah,
yes.
I played a little Stormcaller Warlock, but then I always got frustrated because whenever I'm in PvP and they do that to me, they just like tear through the whole place with lightning and wreck everyone. And when I do it, I'm like, and I don't hit anybody, and then I just die.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, exactly. It looks so much easier from the outside.
Yeah, I envy you.
Yeah, but I would like them to bring back the hammers.
Sunbreaker?
Solar hammers, Sunbreaker. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And seeing how they've improved the all of the current classes that we had by adding in the new abilities, it'll be interesting to see how those evolve and how those change. For story, we talked about it a little bit with Gaul and this new group taking wanting to take the Guardian's light, having the Cabal step into the forefront, which we haven't seen too much of. They've always just been this imposing force, these big dudes that are fun to pop their heads off. But what sort of stuff are you looking forward to, or what sort of stuff do you want from a story in the Destiny universe?
So, admittedly, I'm not terribly familiar with the story.
Sure, and I don't blame you because there was barely one.
Yeah, don't
Right,
worry.
yeah,
I played the game for years, and I'm also not terribly familiar with the
Not
story.
much of a story. I mean, I like that you guys are talking about there's actually more of an Earth setting.
Yeah.
It did feel very foreign and not like you were trying to be survive as a human, or not a human, I guess, but protect Earth in a way. So that sounds interesting. I want to see that kind of be manifested a little bit more.
Yeah. Feel
In the
more of
environment.
what we're defending. Mm-hmm. Yeah. What do you think, Nate?
I'm excited for the characters too, to get them actually fleshed out. Like, for the most part, up until like the end D1 cycle, like nobody knew or cared about Akora Ray. And I mean, Cade they knew about only because he's got some sassy voice lines that he's just kinda always had.
Cade was snarky, Zavala was a hard ass, and Akora Ray was wise.
Yeah, but I mean, my
That's all we
favorite
got.
character is Shaxx, just because playing PvP and hear like the great lines he says and
but also just
encouragement and
the timbre of
when
his
you're
voice.
losing to, but and so
Come
like
on, Guardian.
yeah, so for a long time he was like the most developed and like cared about character in the community, just because he was the only one you really got any interaction with. So I'm really excited to see what they do with these characters now that they are gonna have cutscenes and the voice actors are there for more than just the quips that you hear during PvP.
Yeah.
I'm
I totally
excited.
agree.
Yeah.
I would even just like to know more about the Guardian process, and of course about the Traveler. If this huge Cabal force is after the Traveler's light for some reason, let's get a little bit more about that. Even if this game was about how the Traveler first came to Earth and how all those wars break out, which I'm sure is something we're going to get because Bungie has a plan. They always have a plan. More about that and why the speaker was so important. And just more about the
Just
world.
anything,
Anything,
any kind
really.
of story. Yeah,
Some storyline.
yeah. The setup was so grandiose, and then it's just like there was just no payoff. It was like, oh, this
graduation.
person's cool. This
You
person's
get a
cool.
gun. Actually,
This
the stranger. What the hell happened to the stranger? Why didn't they tell you about the flippin' Cabal that was coming?
because
Here's the gun for it.
There's no time to explain.
There's no.
It's a gun. Hey,
It is what it
that's
is.
right.
I don't
That's
have time to
that's
explain
Oh boy.
why I can't explain it.
yeah,
One of the lamest.
there's a gun in Destiny. It's called No Time to Explain.
But there's also a line of dialogue when you first meet this person where they say, "I don't have time to explain why I can't. Why there's no time to explain."
Oh boy.
Which is just
It's one of
We're
those
just
things
going
where
down
it's
the
like-
rabbit hole with that one.
It's like it's so cool and mysterious because it's cool and mysterious. Like
For the
That's what the
simple
writers
sake.
said to themselves.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're
yeah.
like,
And then
"This is
everybody else
such a
went,
catchy
"That's
line."
a shitty line."
that was really dumb.
Look how edgy we're being. We're being
Just
so
like
mysterious.
it's a wizard from the moon. You can buy a shirt at Bungie.com. What? Okay, come on. That's not even mine.
No, yeah, no.
That
You're
was
right.
Dinklebot. That wasn't even me.
And I like Dinklebot.
I like Dinklebot too.
I know.
I'm not a big fan of Northbot.
Me either.
He's fine.
He sounds like a...
He sounds like Nolan North.
Yeah.
It's nothing special. It's like, oh, hi, Nolan North. Just like Peter Dinklage is like, oh, hi, Tyrion.
I don't know.
Try
I
to
think
hide that.
his deadpan delivery that everybody like skewered them for, I thought it was great. It's
I
like
was
he's
a
a
fan of
robot.
Exactly. He's a robot.
I think it worked
It's
for
like
yeah.
Cortana was a robot. She talked like a robot until Halo 3, and then she didn't. But there's the hive mind. That's a different story.
It's a different story, different time. But that's the thing is I wonder if Bungie is like was spending so much money on this big name talent that it eventually became unsustainable. Now that they're growing this universe, that maybe it was more of a financial decision than a creative decision that they couldn't pay Peter Dinklage anymore. Maybe it was a financial decision, not a creative decision, that they couldn't pay whose name I forget the voice of the speaker anymore for whatever reason. And who knows?
Not us.
Not us. We don't have money. Send us money. That's whatever. And we talked about it a little bit after their announcement. But what are you thinking about the new guild system, their new guided games,
the clans,
which is supposed, and the clans that's supposed to help with solo players finding their community, finding their people to play with.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
Destiny has one of the best communities for gaming communities online.
Mm-hmm.
There's always that small pocket of people who are rude and toxic, but there's just a very large population of people who are, they take the game very seriously and they know what they're doing, but they're also very willing to extend a hand and slow down and explain what they're doing for people that are interested and want to catch up.
Yeah.
Because a game like this has a lot of complexities, especially when you get to the high-end content with the raids and things of that nature. And also things, same thing for PvP. Someone who's new to PvP, just learning which corners to peek and when to peek and not to peek and which guns to use and what ranges are effective and things of that nature. It helps when you have someone to, show you, to slow down, to explain, to spend that time with you. And it's nice that they're not only encouraging this behavior, but rewarding this behavior. It's just going to make the community get better.
But they're also making sure that it can happen. They're not just going, hey, you do you, and we're going to support it, but they're actually trying to create algorithms that support that sort of a thing. Or at least it feels like that.
Yeah, after countless websites came together and did it for the first game because Bungie provided no support. And even when they did add LFG to their website, it was not really good. It was just very poorly managed. So there's plenty of other third-party sites that just got the job done much more efficiently.
And anytime I've tried to launch the new version of the app, it has just not worked, unfortunately. So maybe they just don't have the support yet. Who knows? Destiny 2, I said it again. Once, I'll say it again. I lost so much of my life to Destiny 1, staying up till 2 when the missions would reset, and then doing all of the day's missions, and then 2 days later doing the same thing again.
Welcome to World of Warcraft.
But it seems like with this, a lot more people are willing to jump on because it's somewhat of a fresh start. I wonder if I'll be able to link any of my old account stuff from my first Guardian that I had with PlayStation 4, and just because I haven't played either of them in a long time.
Yeah, you should be able to. They should be tied to your account still, so you should be able to bring your characters over. You won't keep any.
Not guns, but just how they look.
Just the character,
Yeah.
the name, essentially.
I'm excited for this life cycle. There's going to be a lot of stuff coming. There's going to be a lot of strikes, a lot of raids. Maybe I'll do a raid this time. I'm a garbage Destiny player, but I liked the story. I liked the Grimoire cards. Fight me, bro. Did I not print my last page? It did not. Regardless, that's not the only major studio release that is coming out this week. So I wanted to dedicate a little bit of time. Knack 2!
No, stop it. I hate you. I quit.
It seems everybody decided Destiny 2 is coming out. Fuck that. We're getting out of here.
Nope, not dealing with that week, yeah.
Except for Knack 2.
Knack 2 saw it as an opportunity.
Apparently.
Well, no, it's sort of like how like the hard R movies come out, but also like your Despicable Me's come out. So people go, oh, while everybody goes sees that, the families are going to look for some sort of a movie to see. So they're going to take their kids to see Despicable Me 3.
If I was like still in high school And like I was like, "Oh, Dad, Destiny 2's coming out. Can we go get it?" He'd be like, "Yeah, yeah, son, I'll go get it for you." And he would come back to me with Knack 2.
They
Here
told
you
me
go,
this,
son.
this was rated M. You're not 17. Look at this. It looks like a Pixar movie.
It's just as good. It's a sequel also. The first one must have been great.
You lie. Who cares? No offense to you, knackers.
I think they're Knackies.
Knackies.
Yes.
Knackmen and women.
Not that one.
Knackos.
Probably not
like
that
that
one
one.
either.
I like Knackos.
Knack boys and
We
knack
should.
gals.
girls.
Yeah, that's
Neck girls and boys.
it's an undead horse now.
It's alive.
No.
Man, there's so much. Just in case, even if you're playing Destiny 2 and you have no frame of reference for Destiny 1, there's a wonderful video. There's a 90-minute lore video that you can watch to catch up
That's absurd.
of all of the stuff. I know, right?
You don't need them.
No, you don't.
There's not
But-
that much lore in the game.
But it's for me personally, it's sort of a thing where it's like,
Did they
yeah,
include a lot of the Grimoire stuff?
I
Is
remember
that
all
why?
that stuff. Well, I think more than half of it is like cinematics from
From like the raids and stuff
yeah.
and the missions and okay.
Mm-hmm.
Was it a Destiny official video?
I don't think it's a Destiny official
Oh,
video.
okay.
Pretty sure it's not that because Destiny's YouTube account is filled with various commercials in various languages.
Speaking of Destiny videos,
Yo,
the live action trailer.
so we got that. It's the
Really
bottom
awesome.
left. You can put the sound up for that one. It's a lot of fun. Destiny's last. God, I heard that so often because I was working at GameStop at the time. It played every 20, 25 minutes, and I liked it. I never got tired of it.
the last one,
The last live action trailer
one?
for
Yeah.
the
for Taken King.
For Taken King.
Yeah.
This one starts off with Kate Six talking about how everything's dying on Earth.
Cars, love songs, the Grand Canyon, ruined.
So good.
Yes.
Okay, that didn't change much. But say goodbye to surprise parties, ketchup and mustard, late night texts, Taco Tuesdays, and if
I like
that wasn't
this.
enough,
I like this.
puppies. Or
Not the puppies.
I know, right?
Priorities,
What's
man.
that? I mean, I'm more of a cat guy, but still, where was I? Everything is gone except for the last city, and now a psycho rhino
Don't
named Gull
like
has come
how
to
the
take
Traveler
that away, too.
is like on
Time
fire.
to bring out the big gun.
That's very looming. Like we didn't even get to that in the first
Not
mission.
a metaphor, guys. Go grab some big guns.
Well, you see that they're putting that big thing
Sure,
on it.
like
so-
it's supposed to be stealing the Traveler's light, but I didn't expect it to be like a miniature lavatoid.
Most importantly, do it for the puppies! Follow that guy.
Now, the only criticism that I do have of this commercial is it's unfortunate, but sabotage is really played out. I think it's still a great
on.
song and it's still great emotion in it, but it's like, I want it. I gotta tell you, they ran a contest where you could win the armor from the last live action promo.
Yeah.
I wanted it so bad, and the fact that you can do all of the Captain America stuff as a Titan, it's so gratifying and rewarding. Just go up and bonk people off. It's so cool.
It's also stupidly strong in PvP because you can block like all projectiles
Yeah.
in front of you, and it's like the hitbox for it is massive.
Which seems very bizarre, but knocking it out of the park with that live action trailer.
Definitely.
It makes me want like a Destiny like miniseries or something, but then also it would probably be bad, so I don't want.
Gotta
it at
keep
the
them
same
to like
time.
little
Yeah.
2-minute
Yeah,
segments.
This is just
so they excel.
enjoy it for what it is.
Because that Cade costume, it's all right. Wasn't great. It's all right.
You
No,
see
it looked
cosplayers
pretty-
showing them
pretty
up in.
bad. It's pretty terrible.
There are a couple of shots where it was like, blah, 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 blah. Like Mr. Red.
He should have just CG'd his face or something.
Yeah, that probably would have been fun. We're super excited for Destiny 2. It's downloading right now, and I'm very excited to play it.
You're making me think about like buying it and playing.
You got PS4?
I don't. Yeah, I do, but
Yeah?
I don't have anybody else to play with.
It's your boy.
Yeah, but you're bad.
No. How do you know that?
You said you're bad. You just said it like I'm really bad at Destiny.
No. I said I'm bad at Destiny in the sense of I never did a raid. but I played all of the story stuff and I played a lot of PvP.
Casual. Like, how can you not raid? I'm in
No
Crota the
casual
day the
gamers
doors
here.
opened. Like,
Sure.
6 hours.
Because I didn't have something like guided games to get me in a good group of people.
That is a poor excuse because I didn't have anybody that I played with, and all the people I found online.
I'm shy! Anyway, thank you for joining us on this episode.
As he closes out his podcast that he hosts.
Yeah, that's me saying that I'm shy. Whatever. Jokes, humor, we just
Comedy?
We're at Cade 6. He's a funny bot.
Huh?
A little bit of a comedy bot, funny bot. Shao Kahn,
A little
funny
more
bot.
ominous.
A little bit.
Hilarious.
But before we go, what are y'all going to play this weekend? Where can folks find you? Where are you going to be streaming if you're going to be streaming? Starting with Nate.
All that stuff. I'm going to be playing PUBG, and I'll probably be playing some League of Legends as well. There is also Grand Theft Auto 5 online. I've been messing around with. That's really fun. And I just picked up Battlefield 1 too. It's free for Origin Access, and that's actually
That's great.
pretty fun. It's a good-looking game.
Yeah, I got a free weekend with that a couple months ago. I absolutely loved it.
It's very chaotic.
Yeah,
I
it's a
feel
lot
like
more fun
I'm
than I expected.
Insignificant. Yeah, it's just so polished too. Especially after playing a lot of PUBG, like it's just so polished.
Nice to go back to AAA.
It's great. Yeah. But you can find me on social media at DogLikeNate. Feel free to hit me up on Twitter or Instagram or whatever, and we can play sometime. And I also stream on Twitch every now and then at DogLikeNate also.
Stacey.
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Stacey Shuttles. I would like to say that I'm not just going to be playing Overwatch this week, but that's probably what I'm going to be playing this
Season
week.
6 started. You gotta keep those rankings.
I'm working on it. I'm going to try this time to actually finish Wolfenstein, or at least play a bit more of it. I'm still,
We got till October.
boy, I got some time still. I'm working on it.
And I'm Mark Donica. You can find me on Twitter at Mark Donica. I stream sometimes from Soapbox Mark and from the Inventory Full channel. We're going to get a little bit more regular with that. And I want to try something out called Minecraft Karaoke, where you make me sing stuff because I just do that anyway while I'm playing Minecraft because it's very peaceful. It's really silly. But to all of the people that are watching us for the first time, make sure to follow our account at Inventory Full PT on Twitter. Make sure to follow our account on Twitch at Inventory Full PT. Join our Discord. It's in the link down below. We're also going to be streaming. We also have some VOD for these talk shows that's going to be airing on Twitch, so make sure to check those out. And as we do more streams, we're going to be VODing all of those as well. So make sure to follow us on Twitch. We got some more fun stuff coming. Thank you so much. I'm so excited for Destiny 2. I can't wait to play it. I'm going to go home and play it. So thanks so much for watching this episode of Inventory Full. We will see you in the Crucible. Bye, everybody!
From producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire Popcorn Talk Network, we would like to thank you for tuning in. For questions or comments, be sure to visit popcorntalk.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of the Popcorn Talk Network.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of the Popcorn Talk Network or its owners or principals.